Council meeting of November 17th. Rise to pledge allegiance. Place your right over your heart. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, would you call the roll?
Yes, Mayor. Quorum is present for the City Council, Successor Agency, and Housing Authority.
Okay, if you want to make oral public comments, if you're dialing from a cell phone, call from an area with good reception. You can dial in 888-251-2949 or 215-861-0694. And the code for November 17th, the access code is 741-765 pound.
Can you repeat that, Mayor? You missed the 9.
741-9765 pound. Now, public comment. Any person wishing to address City Council, successor agency, housing authority, on any item on today's agenda may do so at this time. It has to be an item on the agenda, and you have 3 minutes. Operator, are there any callers?
We do have one person, and just as a reminder, pressing pound 2 is how you indicate you have a comment to make.
I would like to make a comment regarding the Republic contract. I'm also hearing feedback again.
We can hear you fine.
Now,
Mr. Kraft.
the Republic contract allows a 2.5% CPI raise every year, which is optional. In the contract, I think should be a performance and customer service aspect, and actually it's not a part of the contract. And they keep on replace things regarding service. So they keep on not doing things, and then they still get paid regardless. In addition, regarding the warrant registers, finding out any information not before the city council meeting is highly not feasible. You get the runaround, you have to call each department, and you're told to also make a public records request, which the city is supposed to respond to within 10 days. And then you guys will be voting on in approximately 13 working hours, so that doesn't work out. On the warrant and register, there is a bale of straw costs $1,647.75. Also, you have a thing called Panera for almost $5,500. Who is eating there and what was that for? And I have been notified of, like a bale of straw rate for something, not able to go by and see how beautiful it looked or anything like that. The Chevron fuel card, $822.59. It says it's for public works, but it's coming out of the general fund. I was wondering why it doesn't come out of the public works budget. And there are a variety of other things that are difficult to get any information on ahead of time because of what I stated before. It would be really lovely if we could get information so we either don't have to make a comment on it in public, public comment section, and we could also understand what's going on because there are things that are not properly attributed, again, in the warrant register thing, it appears.
Thank you, Ms. Kraft. Are there any callers, operator?
Not at this time.
Great. We'll go to item 1, CSA 1 and H1.
Warrant register.
Move allow payment.
Second.
Madam Clerk.
Council members, successor agency members, and housing authority members Dodson.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Franklin.
Aye.
Mayor Chairman Butts.
Aye, PH1.
Public hearing to consider proposed substantial amendments to the fiscal year 2020 through 2021 annual action plan to reallocate program funds for the minor home repair program in the amount of $276,553.
Continue the meeting to November 24th, 2020 at 2 p.m. Consent calendar, items 2 through 6.
So moved.
Second.
Madam Clerk.
Council members Dodson.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Franklin.
Aye.
Mayor Butts.
Aye, 01.
Staff report recommending the introduction of an ordinance establishing maximum campaign contributions for city council and mayoral candidates.
Motion to waive further reading.
Second.
Madam Clerk.
Council members Dodson,
Aye.
Padilla,
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Franklin.
Aye.
Mayor Buds.
Aye, but before the introduction, there needs to be a modification. Set the limit at 100,000 per cycle. That would be fine if it were for a council district, but a mayor or a city clerk has to run citywide, and that's insufficient. So it should be amended to be 100,000 per donor.
That is correct.
So with that, I make a motion for that modification.
Second.
Okay. Madam Clerk.
Council members Dodson,
Aye.
Padilla,
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Franklin.
Aye.
Mayor Buds.
Aye.
I introduce.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. But so that when that rewrite is done, Mr. Campos, understand that's per donor, not a limit per cycle. There's no,
No.
no, that's for all elected positions.
Correct, but the agenda staff report lists that only.
Okay, then we'll come back with a modification to the ordinance.
Does it need to come back in its original form, reading?
No, if you guys want to amend it tonight.
We'll amend it tonight.
Okay, we'll make the amendment tonight.
So moved on that amendment.
Well, what's the amendment?
The amendment is to include elected officials for the city of Inglewood.
And
So-
school board.
No, it's for the elected officials for the city of Inglewood. Okay, elected officials for the city of Inglewood.
There's a motion on the floor. Is there a
Second.
Madam Clerk.
Council members Dodson,
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Franklin.
Aye.
Mayor Buds.
Aye.
And, Mayor, for further clarification, I mean, you did the amendment which qualified the, per donor limit of 100,000 per cycle, and that could be an aggregate amount throughout the cycle.
No, well, hold on a second, no. If a donor, no donor can give a candidate more than $100,000 in the cycle.
Correct. But I just wanted to make it clear.
It's a per donor limit.
Correct.
Okay.
I'm just making it very clear.
Okay.
One step further.
Yes.
Correct.
And this only affects elected officials for the city
For the
of
city.
Inglewood,
Yeah, I got that.
not any other governmental body that operates in this jurisdiction.
Whoever's not included is included in the state's mandate.
Exactly.
So noted.
Okay,
So I introduce that on that basis.
okay. Got that, Madam City Clerk?
Yes, Mayor. Thank you.
All right, DR1,
Staff report recommending approval of the rate adjustment for residential and commercial solid waste collections as permitted in the Integrated Solid Waste Services Agreement and subsequent amendments with Consolidated Disposal Services, a Republic Services Company.
Move approval.
Second.
Madam Clerk?
Council members Dodson,
Aye.
Padilla,
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Franklin.
Aye.
Mayor Buds.
Aye. Let's see, so that was DR1, A1,
Thank you, Mayor. No oral reports from the city attorney.
CM1,
Thank you, Mayor. No oral reports from the City Manager's Office.
CC1.
No report, Mayor. Thank you.
Appointments. Councilman Padilla nominates and I appoint Dolores Minor to the Naming of Facilities and Streets Commission. Is there a second?
Move concurrent.
You're in concurrence.
She's moving concurrent. She's in move concurrent. Madam Clerk?
Council members Dodson,
Aye.
Padilla,
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Franklin.
Aye.
Mayor Buds.
Aye. Let's see. Public comments. Any persons wishing to address the city council on any matter connected with city business not elsewhere considered may do so at this time. You have 1 minute. Operator, are there any callers?
There are two people on the line.
All right.
I'm here about the city council. This is Bill Matthew. And I'd like to really tell you, I was in the queue to talk on the agenda. And for some reason, Ms. Kraft talked, and I was still on, and I never did unmute. And there's a lot of people in the queue. So what I'm trying to explain to you, I'm not blaming you, but there is something radically wrong with these council meetings. And you're not allowing enough public comment. I mean, in terms of speaking on the agenda. And these legal fees on the agenda is out of control. And all you have to do is review it. And then you have on the agenda, this Crab was saying, you have funding with no organization. And there's something wrong with that. And also, I'm happy to see you where you're going to hire an analyst that's
qualified to consult with Inglewood.
Thank
But
you,
see,
thank you, Mr.
something is
Matthews.
wrong.
That'll be it for this week. Thank you very much. Operator, can we go to the next call?
I think that when you amend things on the fly, that you had ample time to put into the public place where you're supposed to put it, and then want to change the rules so you can get $100,000 for all the elected officials. That's something that needs to come back and be written out so it's very clear, because obviously you guys are confused and it's very confusing for other people. In addition, we should have 3 minutes to address each item instead of having to pick and choose which items we're going to talk on and lump it all together in the general comment on things that are on the agenda. In addition, you guys have not been responsive to my phone calls, my emails, or anything else, and prior to COVID-19 personal visits, and I still don't have the meetings that I've been requesting from the mayor, from the chief of police, from my city council person. And you guys keep on ignoring critical things, quality of life issues. And also, if someone doesn't identify themselves, you don't need to identify them just because you want to. That's rude, and it also puts people at personal risk if they want to or not. This is Ms. Kraft. I am identifying myself now, so you can be clear. Please respond to my emails, my phone calls, and set the meetings that you've been asked to set for years.
Thank you, Ms. Kraft. Operator, are there any other callers?
Yes, there are.
Go ahead.
Hello, council members. This is Angelique Johnson. And the reason for my call today is on November the 25th, Angelique and the Homegirls Cafe, we're going to be giving meals to the homeless at We Cafe. So if you know anybody out there who needs a good meal on the day before Thanksgiving, we'll be there from 11 until they run out. I'll be having a flyer on Ion Inglewood and all the various outlets. But that time for giving and time to take care of our people who are out there on the street, people. And we got to take care of each other. And that's the main goal. So if any of you council members want to stop by Franklin, that's in your district, you want to stop by and say hello to some people, we'll be there. So thank you for your time and have a wonderful rest of the week.
Thank you. Next caller. Caller.
Yes. Hey, how's it going, Mayor? But I was going to put attention to like all the city council, everybody that's listening. Me and Mayor.
It looks like their line dropped off.
That's okay. He'll call back. Are there any other callers?
I believe we have a repeat person.
No, we don't. Will you repeat on this portion, or they repeat from the first time? See what I'm saying?
From this portion.
Oh, no, you can't repeat from unless it's the guy that just got cut off.
No, it's not.
Okay, well, no, they can't do that. Okay. With that, we'll close public comment. We'll go to mayor and council remarks. Councilman Dodson.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I really don't have a comment except for the virus that we're in at this time. I've got several phone calls from people that are walking in the park. If you don't have your mask on, when you come in contact or near someone that has their mask on, put your mask on. It's just out of respect. I know you're passing fast, so I don't know how this virus goes, and I don't think you do either. So let's just assume that it's in the air. I know you want this virus over with, I do too. I think we're all on the same page with that. So let's do what the experts are asking us to do. Wear the mask, keep a distance, and try to be more observant. So with that, thank you all so very much, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you. Councilman Padilla, District 2.
Thank you, Mayor, appreciate it. Just a reminder, Saturday, December 5th, I'm doing my annual toy and canned food drive through. So we're not gonna mingle, we're not doing like in the years past where we hung out and we had some lunch and all that. It's a drive-through, as you know, as the council member just said, we're still in the pandemic. That being said, there's still a lot of families that are in need more now than ever before. So if you find it in your heart to donate any toys, unwrapped toys, or canned food, please come by the District 2 Community Center on Saturday, December 5th, from 10 to 2. And if you know a family that's in need here in Inglewood, and we can assist them, please give my office a call at 310-412-8601. And we'll be able to reach out to that family and make sure they get some assistance. I also want to acknowledge our LA County Fire Department for something they did this past week. And I know the mayor will probably touch on that in his closing remarks because he worked with Sergeant George Aguilar, who back in March of 1988 was shot and killed during the attempt arrest of armed robbery suspects. And a lot of people drive through the area of La Brea and Arborvita and they see the blue fire hydrant and they may not understand why it's blue. And it's blue because it represents where Sergeant Aguilar ended up dying as a result of being shot. But I'm gonna let the mayor touch on that more, as the mayor worked closely with Sergeant George Aguilar back when this happened. But I just wanted to acknowledge the LA County Fire Department for doing this. I want to thank our Public Works guys for years, did the maintenance on that fire hydrant, keeping it looking nice. But this time around, the fire department stepped up and did it. That being said, I just want to give them a thank you. That's it, Mayor.
Council.
Oh, please, one more thing. Just want to, this is, my nephew passed away several years ago, and today is his birthday, and so I want to wish him a happy heavenly birthday to Tyrone Camacho. Love you, mijo.
Councilman Franklin, District 4.
I'll just simply say, everyone be safe and keep your social distancing. Thank you, Mayor.
Councilman Morales.
Likewise, Mayor, I'd just like to thank staff and keep your mask on. Thank you very much, Mayor.
Okay. Want to close the meeting in honor of George Aguilar. He was a narcotics sergeant, worked for me. He was killed on March 31st of 1988. There was a robbery of a Chevron gas station at Eucalyptus in Manchester, and George was on his way to the Valley to a training class, and he knew the owner flagged him down. The SUV with the two suspects left eastbound on Manchester, and he followed it in an undercover black Firebird. And when the car got to southbound La Brea at Arborvita, got in the left turn pocket, got pinned behind a car. In that pocket, he pulled up alongside, identified himself. The vehicle, which looked to be pinned between the median and the car, drove up on the median, and the driver fired one shot from a .44 Magnum, penetrated the car door, entered his chest, and he drove forward to the U-Haul, crashed into the fire hydrant, and that was where he passed. The two suspects were apprehended by midnight that night, with the shooter engaging officers in a pursuit.
and his car overheated, and he committed suicide. But that is something that we in the police department remember like it was yesterday, and while we appreciate the fire department for having freshened the hydrant, that's a memorial, and next time we're going to make sure that the police are involved, and whatever we do for that hydrant, we always do on either his birthday or on March 31st,
Mayor, can I add something?
if you can.
I just, Chief Ronarada has already, this past May, he already made a street sign that we were gonna dedicate at that intersection. The police department already had that set up, then the pandemic hit. But I know that Chief Ronarada, once we're able to do it, will be doing a ceremony at that intersection to put the street sign up in memory of Sergeant Aguilar.
I'm aware of that, but it'll be done on the 31st or on George's birthday. That's a tradition here. So anyway, we miss you, George, and in the name of Tyrone Camacho and George Aguilar, we're adjourned.
Thank you, Mayor.